Which account type is right for you? The traditional IRA or the Roth IRA? Well, that depends on multiple factors. So to start, I think by now you've probably understood, for me when it comes to me, that I like to have multiple buckets represented in someone's financial life. So you could be trying to round out what you're doing at work with your personal plan. So if at work, let's say you don't have an option to do a Roth, then it may be good to do a Roth on the outside in your personal plan. So your pre-tax buckets at work, your after-tax bucket could be in your personal accounts. Secondly, it's based on, your decision could be based on how much income you're currently making and what you're trying to do with your money. So if you're in your best working years, then you're probably trying to get an extra tax deduction. So the Roth IRA is not going to help there at all. So the tax deduction would be good from a traditional IRA. So if you could maybe put your money in there, that could be a deciding factor. In contrast, if you're younger or if you're on the relatively lower end of your marginal tax bracket scale, meaning you're making less income, then the Roth, the after-tax original contribution isn't as big of a factor, having to pay those taxes and contribute, because it's not like you're getting a 25-30% deduction. You may only be getting a 15% deduction. So that's not, that wouldn't be as big of a factor to go ahead and just pay that 15%, the tax on the 15%, instead of trying to get a deduction for it if you were to do a traditional IRA instead. In addition, if you're younger, then you have even more years for that money to continue to grow. So a Roth IRA could make even more sense. Another reason why young people do like the Roth idea is because it can act as a secondary emergency fund. Now, you want to go ahead and have your primary emergency fund, which again, if you remember, is the 3 to 6 months of living expenses. But a secondary emergency fund could be a second place to come and get money if you happen to need it. So with the Roth, your contributions were already paid with after-tax income. So you've already paid tax on that money. What that means is, regardless of your age, you can actually go and get Roth contributions out, tax and penalty free, which is a good thing. So let's say if you have a $30,000 account and $20,000 of it is made up of your own contributions, then you can go get that $20,000 out, tax and penalty free, as long as you don't go try to get any of the gains out. Now, the traditional IRA does not work like this. You might get penalized for taking that out early, but the Roth IRA will let you take money out early as long as it's just your contributions. So again, it could be a secondary emergency fund. And finally, another thing that could be good for maybe choosing a Roth IRA is that the after-tax part of it may not even be a factor. And that's because most of you already have after-tax money. And that is your savings account. So your savings accounts, your checking accounts, they're already made up of after-tax money. You've paid taxes on them, and they're sitting in this account type, not doing a whole lot for you. Well, you could potentially just slide some of that money over, maybe hit the maximum contribution, and take it from your checking account to your Roth IRA. And from then, any potential gains going forward could be tax-free in retirement. So you may not even have to feel that after-tax burden if you're just sliding money over from your checking or savings to a Roth IRA. So those are just some considerations when it comes to choosing which of the pre-tax or after-tax personal retirement plans are correct for you.